So my painting is pretty close to being finished. When I turn on the white layer here, you can see where there are gaps and where things haven't been painted yet. And when you get to about this point where there are just small gaps, little things like that, in many ways it's easier at this point to turn off sample all layers and simply paint with the colors that you already have in place just on this layer. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If I zoom in to around here and go to a little smaller brush here, so I can just paint in these gaps pretty quickly and easily. Of course, I want to be careful about bringing in colors that I don't want, like that. It's still going to, wherever I have gaps like that, it's going to bring in my foreground color. So I do want to be somewhat careful about how I'm brushing in those gaps. Okay. But you can see how easily I can just go through and just close up those gaps. It's pretty quick and easy. I think I'm going to switch those so that when I do paint in a gap like that, it's just gonna paint some white, and that's usually a little bit easier to deal with. So just like that. But you can see how this is going, and before long I'll have my finished painting. Now, one of the things that I quite often like to do as I get in closer and get closer to being finished is I want to make sure that I have the look of brush strokes, and to make sure that I have that look of brush strokes, sometimes you want to just have some ends where the brush stroke comes in and is just kind of left a little bit rough. So don't feel like everything has to be just perfectly filled in. Okay, now that I'm getting so close to being finished here, there is one last little thing that I wanted to show you that you might want to do to your painting just to give the edges a little bit more interest. So one of the things that you can do here is if you go up to Image and go to Canvas Size, and just increase the canvas size, maybe just ½ an inch. So here I would go to a width of 16, and here I'm going to go to a width of 24, so it'll be 24 by 16. And the background color right now is, I actually want it to paint white, or make the canvas white. So I'll increase that, and you can see, hold on a minute. Yeah, that might not be quite enough, so I'm gonna increase my canvas even a little bit more. I think I'll go 16 and a half. and 24.5. Okay, that should be enough. So what I'm going to do here is along the edges, just to give it kind of a fun look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of extend some of these strokes. And you can do this in a variety of different ways. Obviously what I'm doing here is kind of making it look like it's finishing the top of the flower. So I'm just gonna do like that. And these green areas here, you know, now that's a choice. I could leave the green with a hard edge and simply paint the flower petals so that they extend beyond, but maybe not do that with the green, maybe leave that hard. Or you can go along. Sometimes what I've done is just kind of simply, you know, do these strokes kind of like this, just to give kind of this look of a stroked edge. But I'm kind of thinking that I like seeing the green stay with a hard edge. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the petals to extend beyond. Things that it's doing here, I should probably click on this button here, which is to clean the brush after each stroke. That way when I it shouldn't be doing that. It's supposed to be cleaning the brush so that it's not bringing any white back down here, but it's kind of bringing the white down anyway. Oh, maybe I need to have that way. Maybe it was already kind of doing a cleaning. So basically, I think you get the idea of what I'm doing. And then once I'm all finished here with this, the painting is complete. That's all there is to it.